How you doing, guys? I'm back with another DVD horror update. But before I get into that, I'd like to thank all my new subscribers and everybody else who's ever subscribed to watch one of my videos. I just recently hit 400 subs, so I will be doing a contest, but I think it'll be after Christmas. I'm a little short on cash right now. However, I did pick up one prize, and I'll show you what it is right now, and that's The Night Flyer. It's a Stephen King adaptation. I think this was originally an HBO made-for-cable movie. This is out of print and goes for a decent amount of money on eBay. I know not everybody really enjoys getting out-of-print horror like I do, so I will be adding a Blu-ray as well for the prize. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. We'll see what cool releases come out in the near future. Alright, now on to the update. Alright, first up, we have Sandman. Now this is like a mockumentary movie that came out, I want to say back in 2006. And basically, it's about this filmmaker who started out doing a documentary about voyeurism. And somehow he ended up making a movie about the fake snuff movies, like the August Underground series and stuff like that. And I guess they do interview Fred Vogel in this movie. And I guess originally the whole idea was to present this as a true documentary. And like most of the interviews are true interviews with the actresses and actors that make these movies. But there's also like about a third of this movie which is scripted. And they come across this guy that's selling these tapes or movies under the Sandman title, which are like the mock snuff film type stuff. And the whole idea is that he's possibly doing this stuff for real and passing it off as fake. I guess they were gonna. The plan originally was to air this movie as a straight documentary at the 2006 Toronto Film Festival, but then somebody leaked that it really was that parts of the movie were staged and not real. But this is an okay documentary. It doesn't really get into the found footage thing, and the ending is kind of ambiguous. It isn't what I thought they were going to do with it. It's a decent movie, though. Okay, next up, we have No Man's Land, Rise of the Reeker. And this is a sequel or slash prequel to The Reeker, which came out like a while ago. Basically, this movie, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but this movie kind of has kind of like Carnival of Souls kind of vibe to it. It's like a slasher movie. And with this being a sequel, if you've seen the first one, you pretty much know what the big twist is. And this movie kind of plays on that because you do know, because it knows that it's a sequel, so it doesn't try to play the same storyline, otherwise it's kind of dull. There are some funny scenes in it, and they do have fun with the twist. It's a decent watch. I wouldn't recommend to buy, maybe a rental. Okay. Next, we have Warlock 3, The End of Innocence. And I remember this when this first came out. I remember passing up on it because they replaced Julian Sands as the Warlock with Bruce Payne. And I was like, well, and at that time I didn't know who Bruce Payne even was. So I wasn't really interested in this. But time went on and nostalgia kind of kicks in because I really am a big fan of the first two Warlock movies. And also Ashley Lawrence is the star of this film, so I decided to pick this one up. Now, I did a review for this movie on the Horror Globe channel, so I'll put a link to the channel in the description box. You can check out my review. I'm not going to get any more into it, because I did the review on that channel. Alright. Next, we have Dreamscape. And now this film was always interesting to me because this movie came out a few months before Nightmare on Elm Street. And both movies have a similar plot. Basically, this film stars Dennis Quaid, and he plays a psychic, and he gets recruited to join this sleep clinic. And the idea is, since he's psychic, and they have this machine where he can go to people's dreams and kind of help them with their fears and stuff like that. But it turns out that you can also kill people by scaring them to death in their dreams, and it becomes this whole kind of espionage thing. This is a very interesting movie. There's a lot of horror elements in it, but there's also like adventure and spy. It's kind of all over the place. Even his artwork here, which is kind of funny, it reminds me a little bit of Indiana Jones, and which came out the same year, Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. Like, this movie is just turned 30 years old. It's a decent watch. I was really excited to get this. My buddy gave me this not too long ago. All right, let's go on to the next one. But one thing to know about this release is I understand that it's edited. I don't know what they cut out of it, but hopefully there'll be an unedited release at some point in the near future. Okay, and last up, we have Blackout. Now, this movie, the plot of this movie is very similar to Devil. And basically, you have three protagonists, and they get trapped in an elevator, but one of them is a killer. And this is an okay movie. It's a decent watch. My buddy gave me this for free. If I paid money for it, I might have been disappointed with it. It stars Amber Tamlin, Aidan Gillian, and Armie Hammer, who was in that Lone Ranger movie that came out. It's an okay movie. The only problem with this is the twist is like it's something you're going to figure out like really early in, like within the first 5 minutes, as to who the killer is. And they should have really played with it. They could have had fun with it, but it was so obvious who the killer was that it kind of took away. Now, I also saw that there's a longer cut of this movie, almost a 2-hour cut. But since most of the movie takes place in the elevator, after watching it, I have no interest in seeing the longer foreign cut, because I think it might just make the movie drag. Like, even at 90 minutes, it's kind of dragging. But I guess it's decent enough. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.